Hey guys, you're in my fridge, which is cool, I guess. Anyway, on this channel I often talk about game development and doing the graphics and game design and stuff like that. But there's a lot of other stuff I do as well, like I do on my Mondays. So I wanted to talk about my Mondays, and it does involve the fridge, I guess, because on Mondays the first thing we do is restock the fridge for the rest of the week. But that's another one I want to talk about. So if you could get out of my fridge right now, then it would be great, and we can start this video. I'll give you a minute to think it over. Cool. Now would be the time to get out of the fridge, start the intro. Hey, I'm Pascal from Orange Pixel, and what do I do on my Mondays? Because it's not game code, it's not graphics, it's not even game design. It's all the other stuff that's related to games and running a game business. And yeah, that's pretty much the boring stuff that needs to be done. And since I don't have anybody working for me, I'm the one that has to do the boring stuff. And that's what I do on my Mondays. I start with the boring stuff so that the rest of the week is hopefully much more interesting and not as boring, pretty much, right? I always thought it was a great idea. So all the stuff that I do on Mondays has to do with administrative stuff, or let's just call it administrative stuff, but it really involves everything like website maintenance to social media, things like that. So I picked 3 main topics that I do on the Mondays, and let's just dive in. Let's just talk about those. Starting with the first one. Scheduling, really an important thing I started a few months ago. It's planning all this game sales and discounts. My original idea for this year was to have a game on sale every week, or have one game on sale every week and then every week another game for the rest of the year. That's a lot of sales. That also means having to do all these sales and plan them on the Steam backend, the itch.io backend, the Google Play Store, the App Store. Basically everywhere I can plan them and I can have access to, I schedule sales and discounts on these games. And having those sales is of course great, but you also want people to know about those sales. So I also schedule social media posts surrounding these sales. So during a week there will be posts mentioning a sale for the game that's on sale that week. And that also requires a lot of scheduling and also social media, which brings us to topic number 2. So for every sale I schedule during the rest of the year, there will also be social media posts. On Twitter I use TweetDeck, which is tweetdeck.twitter.com, and there you can actually schedule posts. So you can create a tweet but then make it go live later. So you can schedule, I don't know how far ahead, but you can schedule pretty far ahead. So I create a little post that go alongside the discount of that week with a bit.ly link that links to either the sales page or a specific platform that I might want to promote extra, and then add a little screenshot or 2, or maybe an animated GIF, or maybe a trailer or a video link. So something that makes it interesting and hopefully tickles people to actually check out the game and hopefully also buy the game. And if they like that game on the sale, they might check out my other games which aren't on sale, and they might actually buy those as well and become a great fan and watch my YouTube videos and eventually end up in my refrigerator. This just took a very weird turn, and let's get back on course. And on Facebook I do the same. I plan a bunch of posts, usually the same type of post on Twitter. Sometimes the message is a little bit different because I have more space there and it's just a different audience and a different way you use those platforms. So both of these platforms will have a post scheduled for the next couple of weeks. I think I'm already somewhere half February. So that's still a couple of weeks ahead, and next Monday I will be creating more posts for the next games, and it just goes on until we reach the end of the year. Now, besides planning all those posts for discounts and sales, I also plan other posts and just share various little animations and screenshots and images I create, and I also need to create all those images in order to share them. Media creation is like a big thing on my Mondays. It's grabbing screenshots, grabbing pixel art, creating thumbnails for videos like this, cutting down longer YouTube videos into shorter sections for Instagram sharing or Facebook or Twitter even. And where possible also create new material that's just interesting for a certain game and for players who know that game. So for Space Guns 2 I made a bunch of graphic animations with 3 cards on there, and then give a situation in a tweet and ask what people would pick from those cards. Of course it makes more sense if you actually know the game, so my aim is that they check out the game and then maybe come back to reply to a tweet. But if they don't reply but do check out the game, it's a win-win anyway. So things like that is just a lot of work. Luckily I have been changing my working methods for this, because I've now been just creating animated GIFs and screen dumps and things like that while working on a new game, so that's a lot easier later on. But sometimes you just want to create something new and something fresh, so I just start up the game and then I record video of the gameplay session, because I found it a lot easier to grab screenshots from a video than grabbing screenshots while playing, because you'll always be missing that great action or the explosion or the graphics or whatever. And from such a video I just cut out screenshots, I cut out small parts for animated GIFs, and sometimes you even create a little video or a little montage of different areas of a game. And all that stuff is then dumped into a folder on my hard drive and then eventually used in planning social media. And that's a lot of stuff I do on Mondays. Besides doing those 3 main points, there's also stuff like planning these YouTube videos, just writing down topics and sometimes work out what they should be about. And then I can create videos like this. I also need to make thumbnails for the videos. I need to schedule these videos as well, because I usually record them on Fridays and they go out the next Thursday. So by the time you're watching this one, I should already have the next one planned and I should be shooting it tomorrow. And then editing it on Saturdays and sometimes finish it up on Mondays. I'm also updating the Pixel website, so every week there is still a Space Guns 2 update, and that needs a little post on the website, and that post needs to go on the Steam pages, it needs to go on the itch pages, a shorter version for the App Store and the Google Play. It's a lot of extra work that accompanies game development, and I don't really talk about all those things often because they're, like I said at the beginning, they're very boring to do. And also usually very boring to talk about, but I just figured it could be interesting just for other developers to see what you can do around your game. Not just work on games, do everything around it as well. And the more you do while working on a game, like creating animations and screenshots, the less you have to do later on. And that's how I fill my Mondays. Like I said at the beginning, it's a lot of boring stuff, but the results can be seen on my Twitter and my Facebook and other areas. And if you're a patron, you can see a post there every month, which will highlight the most interesting stuff I posted everywhere. So you don't have to follow me everywhere. You can become a Patreon and just get everything dumped on you in one single post a month. And access to my new game and betas and previous games and credits in my new game. So seriously, if you enjoyed my videos and my games and want to help and support me a little bit, check out the Patreon. And I think that's it for this week's video. I think I covered everything. Yeah, I think I covered everything. I even showed you around in my refrigerator. So that's really the highlight of this video maybe. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye. And all these and all the schedule cards showing, and then